So this is my presentation on a special needs student interview. So what the disability is this person, he has Asperger's syndrome, so that is part of the autism spectrum. He is 20 and is currently attending the University of Platteville. So how has this impacted his educational performances? Mostly in the elementary and middle school grades. He had attention span issues, so paying attention during class, inside and outside of the classroom, during homework. All these were really hard for him to keep that attention span focused during lessons. What he sees as his strengths are his memory. So even though he has attention span issues on focusing during lessons and stuff, when something would catch his attention or he would have the ability to focus, he is able to remember these things with no issues, and it sticks with him for a long time. He sees that the biggest weakness would definitely be being able to pay attention and the fact that it was affecting him in any situation. He also sees social skills as another weakness, especially when it comes to reading people's emotions, and then also social situations. So when there's like a lot of more usual interaction with others, he also starts to then get a little he keeps to himself in those situations. So he doesn't read too much, but when he does like the fictional fantasy because he likes the way that the author can create a new world and take human concepts and place them into this new little universe that the author creates on their own. So there are two teachers that had an impact on him. The first is one of his high school teachers, who is Mr. Milky. He is a physics and engineering teacher. Since he struggles with paying attention and all that, understanding certain contexts, especially in a physics and engineering setting, those are a little bit harder, so trying to get that content understanding is a little more difficult. So this teacher took one-on-one time, and he took time out of his day to do one-on-one sessions, just so that he could then help Edie as a person to understand this content, and it was Mr. Milky's top priority to help him, and this teacher never got frustrated with him throughout this entire process. So that was a big impact. The other teacher that had a big impact on him was his grade school science teacher, Mr. Patterson. So in grade school, the worst of the behavioral issues arose, and his mom didn't know what to do, and there was no paying attention. He was being very disruptive during classes, all that not so fun behavior. And Mr. Patterson encouraged that both he and his mom try not to do a lot of that hand holding and just sheltering them and trying to do all that. So instead they tried to encourage him to struggle and try to learn from his mistakes so he could grow as a person. And some things that he enjoys to do with his friends are play board games, play online games, but especially just hanging out and talking with each other, going on little adventures around the city, and just getting to share about their similar interests that they have. The best piece of advice that he said he would give would be to not give up on these students who have special needs and all these different kinds of disabilities, because these students are constantly struggling. They are trying to get past these issues that they have. They have feelings of wanting to give up, and it's just a struggle daily. So just being able to help these students grow, get through these struggles, and then making sure they are understanding the content is a big thing, and you don't want to give up on these students throughout this entire situation. That is it.